recording.
I removed the tabs.
Okay. I have to configure my Emacs later. Because unfortunately it's using tabs by default in LFA mode for whatever reason.
You know what? I think I'm gonna do this without parinfer for a change because it's convenient, but with multiple selections in Cocoon, it's actually kind of annoying sometimes. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so we need to add the dealer, right?
Yeah, so I just adds a counter, like the current player, we're also gonna have the current dealer. And in the next player,
Actually, this needs
actually
to be randomized,
in
right?
the next in the loop function, in the loop macro, sorry. Oh, if that
Here.
should be randomized, random. I don't know, Magetta.
Mhm.
Who the first one playing is the also the first dealer of the game?
Wait, say that again. I didn't pay
Oh
attention.
wait,
Sorry.
maybe in Japanese mahjong they don't have a dealer. That's something.
Uh, so yes, that one was Chinese mahjong, specifically Hong Kong, right? So the winning condition is completely different. And the way that you deal like the pieces, like assign the pieces to the hands, apparently is different too, and I didn't know that. I think the Japanese actually is much simpler. It's just harder to gain points, and I think that's the difference, the main difference from Japanese.
I have a question. Um,
hmm
this link that you sent, this is the correct documentation.
Yes, this is very precise.
Let's
Actually, this is the
implement. Okay,
Japanese.
this has the definition that I wanted. This has the kan definition.
Yes, this has kanchi, pon, and ron. I forgot about ron.
Well, but where is the other ones? Pon and shi.
Oh, they're in the same place, calling tiles.
Wait, what?
Chi, this is the call to complete a sequence. The chi call can only be used for discards from the player immediately to the left of the player calling.
Wait.
Uh,
I am confused as fuck. Are you telling me that kan is a particular organization of your tiles, which I guess is four of the same,
yes.
and shi and pon are something
Which,
else?
by the way, there are only four pieces of that kind uh, in the thing, right? In the set. So that means you have all of them.
Oh, so this is hard as fuck.
Yes.
Okay.
It gives you a lot of points, but it's hard.
I have
Like
another
four
question.
red
How many
dragons.
kinds of
That's all there.
pieces do we have?
It's four of each, uh, and then three suits, like the pin, the bamboo, and the forgot the name of the
Oh,
letters, right? The
Sozu,
numbers.
Pinzu,
Mansu,
Manzu.
Panzu, and Sosu.
Should we model this
Uh,
today? These kinds, I guess.
the kinds of pieces. Yeah, I think we can.
Okay. So what's the? Yeah, because in order to have in order to do the combos, I guess, which is a triplet, sequence, and kan, you need to identify the kinds anyway.
The kinds of them. Yeah.
So I think we should start with that today, because right now our pieces are numbers.
Well,
And
just. I suppose they can just be atoms, right?
what do you mean by atoms?
Like literally symbols, like closure, like Lisp symbols. A
Are we gonna
cool
have?
piece.
Wait, 3, 6, 9.
Like mun one, that's the one, right? Mun two,
Oh,
that's
so you
two.
want to like
Ping two.
you want to have yeah, but I let man, that's a lot of symbols.
Uh,
Don't we prefer a tuple?
I mean, you know
yeah,
exactly which symbol you're passing at each time, and
but
everything is homogeneous.
this would be easier if we had for the ones that are numbered specifically, if they were a tuple with the number inside, right?
Ah, yeah, because you need to see the sequence, right? Makes sense.
Yeah, because we would have to to serialize the symbol in order to extract the
But they
number.
can
It would
still
be
be tuples, right? Of everything, like a name and the
yes, yes.
marker for
Yeah,
like
but
a number.
is that the best way to do it? Like, how would LFA master do it?
Hmm. First of all, are there any LFA
Well,
masters?
there
That's
is
the
an
first question.
LFA repo with examples.
That implies
Um,
there is a master out there, right?
I don't know if that implies that, but there's a lot of examples in this shit.
Mm,
Wait, they have they just updated the LFA mode 2 days ago for Emacs. Okay, so maybe the tabs are gone now. Maybe I will check this out later. Uh, so I believe from the last time I read the Common Lisp inspired stuff, they also have objects and classes and stuff. I do believe
those
that's
are,
true.
if that's true, those are probably implemented in terms of processes, I'm guessing.
Uh, let's actually see here. So what's it's def class? No, def. I don't remember the Common Lisp stuff.
I mean, honestly, I kind of just want to do something like tuple. Uh,
Oh, def record, def struct. That's the Common Lisp stuff.
I want to do something like this, kinda. Is that okay?
Kinda what? I'm not looking. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid. Like, is there any benefit of using def record?
Def record.
Yeah. Okay. So to simplify defining and using records, there is a predefined macro, and then there is that. This will create access macros for record creation and accessing the updating fields. Oh, so def record is just an alias for a bunch of macros. I'm gonna send a link here in the chat, Marin. So it actually does a bunch of stuff automatically by using def record.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of explanation. Okay, so what are structs? Structs in LFA are the same as Elixir structs and have been defined in a similar way to be truly compatible. This means that you can use structs defined in Elixir from LFA and vice versa.
Okay, they're basically tuples. It's literally what I suggested, except there's some syntax sugar.
But do we care about what is being done under the hood by the sugar?
We kinda do, maybe.
Like, let me read some of the stuff from the guide. When you do def record, it will call something called a make, which is we create a new record with the name field set to this.
Mm,
Yeah, that's like a make record, right? That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
full.
We also gain some predicates to test if a particular record, if a particular something is of that record type, I guess. And we also have accessors to the fields. I think it's going to be more readable that way because having the fields, um, I guess it's less arbitrary when you're reading the code because if you use raw tuples, it's going to be kind of a mess eventually, I guess. Because we're going to ask ourselves, okay, we have a tuple of 5 things. What is which?
but all of them will just be two tuples, actually.
No, but yeah, but in the case of tiles, right? In that particular case of tiles, which is actually not true because in the future we're going to put the path for the resource to be displayed on the front end.
But that doesn't change the representation of the tile on the back end, does it?
Um, well, I guess if the resources are in the front end, then we don't need that. Well, let's do it like this. Let's do it tuples just for the sake of being simpler for now. And then later on, we can investigate if it's worthwhile having the syntax sugar. But the sugar seems nice though, I must say that.
Mm,
Is this where you pick up this LFE and do stuff in it?
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
Is it the game
yeah, we're making a
or
game.
It's Mahjong
Got it.
because Magenta
Yeah.
likes Mahjong.
And
I think it's
we're gonna
a
be able to play we're gonna play our game ourselves.
well, and I think it's a fairly easy game to implement. Actually, I mean, not so dumb, but interesting enough and not that hard.
Hmm.
What do you think, Marin? Do you want to try Def Record or do you want to go with Tupos for now?
Uh, eh, I don't really see much of a difference to be honest.
No, but that's the case. Let's try Def Records to see how that goes. Like in Lyceum, we already did Tupos and we know that they work fine. But I'm down
So,
for trying something new.
so what? Something like Death Record, what? Tile?
Yeah, and then you do a, a sequence of pairs, like a sequence of things in parentheses. Man, just open the link that I sent in the chat. I think it's gonna be much easier.
No, it's something like. Okay, where is it? Okay, that's from the IC.
Oh, it's using the older link that I had. Search for Def Record in this file. Again, yeah, there we go. So the way it
Uh,
works, there is an example of a person down there.
it can have a default value, which we don't really want, and a type.
And then it generates the things below. And then there's an explanation of which what do they do.
Hmm.
Does anybody know what is a struct in Elixir?
I have no idea. Vinicius probably knows does Elixir, but he's not here. So
Wait, structs allow you to do pattern matching? Wait.
Well, records do as well.
Oh, so I don't. Let's just go with records
man,
for
just
now.
use tuples, man.
No, but I want to.
Whatever is easiest.
No, but it's just as easy to make a record. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, the problem is you have to provide a default
Don't
value
you
if
have?
you also want to declare a type. That's kind of sad, actually.
Oh, just put. Oh, we don't have new, right?
No, just go with tuples then. If we need to think more than what tuples would require, let's just go with tuples.
Okay.
But I suppose you have a record like the P, right? Like for example, record name and then record name P. That's the convention, I think.
Ooh, I don't think they have the record name P. That would be def record what? Magit.
Is record.
Is record.
Is record. Yeah. So they do define it.
I mean, a tile has, if you will forgive my poker nomenclature, it has a suit and a rank.
There's probably better naming for these things. Magita probably knows.
Wait, for what exactly when
What
you
do you
said?
guys call the suit and rank in Pokken terms in Mahjong terms?
I don't know poker, so
Oh,
Well, the
that helps
suit
a lot,
is,
I
the
suppose.
suit is
well,
the
Ah, the suit are the
diamonds
cards. I know. The
and the
yeah,
rank is
diamond
just the number.
clubs. Okay, so yeah, I don't think they call rank, but yes, it's just numbers. Uh,
uh,
I don't know if I would put that though, because some cards don't have like a notion of sequence, right? Like some cards though, some tiles, sorry. They don't have. I think I don't think it's incorrect to say suit for them. Like winds, for example, it's like actual names like east, west, north, and south. Dragons, there are three types of dragons,
which are colors, right?
which are colors. Yeah, so I think it's like specifications, something like
Two
that.
things. The fields, Marinho, they need to be in parentheses for some reason, according to the example. So you put the field in parentheses. So suit and spec, they should be in parentheses.
Is there a way to export the entire record?
Oh, yeah, that's also the LFA thing. Which, by the way, we should have a tiles.lfa. We should make this in a separate file because we're gonna have to put a bunch of specific tile stuff.
Do
Let
we?
me search for export records. That's actually a question. Do we need to export records? Export.
As with Erlang records, the default value is the atom undefined. That's... I don't know if that's brilliant or cringe, to be honest.
Okay, I know something that is cringe. If you define a record, you need to the module that has the record definition needs to do an export all. That's
Export
cringe.
all.
Yeah. And you don't need the parentheses. They are just they are ignored. So you can just continue as you were doing before. But let's make a tiles.lfa. I think that's gonna be work better. Very
Okay.
cringe though. And don't forget to copy the def module from the other file as well. And export all, which means just
Like
all. No, no,
this?
no. Space all close parentheses.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you do the def record, and now let's go. So I have a question. Uh, how can you make? Oh, Vinicius is
Vinicius.
here. It's a good time, perfect timing. So Vinicius, what is the benefit of using Elixir structs in comparison to tuples?
Actually, here's a better question. What's the concrete representation of an Elixir struct?
Well, I agree your question is better, but not for what we're doing right now.
Well, it is, because if we know the concrete representation, we can determine the benefits from that.
Oh, but I already asked for the benefits anyway. It doesn't matter. In a, okay, an Elixir struct is just a map. Okay, so it's the same debate as before. So it's tuples versus maps. And we're gonna go with tuples. We already had this discussion before, I guess. Oh no, but in Lyceum, maps won, right? We decided to go with maps.
Uh, well, personally, I think the debate is slightly silly because if you have to have a discriminated union, well, in that case, actually, you should use a pair, not a map.
Uh, okay. Let's just go with
So
tuples for now then. So this is def record tile, and then I guess kind as suit. What's the link that Magetta provided naming those things? Suits. It's actually calling them suits. Okay. And we also have, yeah, well, let's put spec because to remove the notion of ordering. I have another
okay,
question. Can we specify the potential values for suits, for example? Like if this
no,
was Zig, we would do like an enum.
no, this is literally saying, okay, this is well, I wonder actually, can you define? Um, Probably not.
I think the answer is no, because that would be very uh, wait, you have enums in Erlang? That exists?
Sounds
Well,
cursed.
well, an enum is probably just a finite set of possible atoms, I'm guessing.
What did you say, Magata?
That sounds cursed.
But that it does exist. It's a directive. The directive, is that how you call that?
Yeah, it's using preprocessor macro stuff. It's probably cursed. I
So
agree.
yeah.
It's probably cursed. Okay, so let's make a list somewhere. Let's make a definition somewhere in the tiles.lfa of the available specs and suits, I guess.
Mm,
Oh yeah, they have. Okay, a guy made a library, but it's using the parser transformations shit that we use for the database in Lyceum. I see. So what we're gonna do?
would you guys be sad if I abused a map as a set because their laying sets are kinda meh?
Wait, they don't have sets?
They do, but it's not a primitive type. It's a part of the standard library.
What's the problem of you when using the standard library?
The problem is that a set is also a different data structure because there's no data encapsulation in Erlang.
I don't get it. What do you mean by that being a problem?
Record style is unused, but I'm exporting everything.
No, you need to put the tile.lfa in the configuration file. Mm-hmm. No, not this file.
Uh, Not this one.
Yeah, it's not the conf. No, 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 but maybe it's not the config one, but the server.lfa. Yeah, probably is the server. Check the server app source. There we go. You can put that below collections but above actions. Now I think the order matters, and that's not a good order if that's true because the order of dependencies of the files is not this one.
Wait, the order matters?
I think it does, but maybe I'm wrong. It's actually able to tell that not if you export it but you don't use it, you're not actually using it. Kind of funny. But how are we planning on generating the deck pile, like the drawing pile?
Well, technically, um, we would need to generate a list from 1 to 9 for each of the numbered suits, and then we would need to generate all of the winds and all of the dragons kind of separately because they are not numbered.
Now let's make a function that takes unit and returns the a list of all the and then like what's it called? Shuffles them. I'm gonna search for the shuffling for now, and in the meantime you can do the boilerplate money.
Mm,
Um, Shuffling elements in the list. Let me see if the list standard library has something. I doubt it, but what do I know?
let's see, defun. Let's say
Create. What's the not correct naming in Mahjong?
initial pile. Why not?
Oh, wait. They don't use the name tile. They use walls.
I never heard that term.
No, no, no. There's the drawing pile,
You
and
don't you don't draw from a pile. You draw from the end of the wall.
the end of the wall.
Yeah. What a
That
weird name.
makes that makes no difference basically, but okay.
Yeah, so that will essentially be, uh, I guess you can map. Uh, ah, how? What is the best way to do this? What is the best way to do this? I guess the best way to do this is a Cartesian product with a concat. So you
Wait,
define,
what? Cartesian product for what?
yeah, so you pick all, like you pick two sets, which is the set of suits and the set of specs for each kind of tile. You Cartesian product them, so then you have one of, well, you're gonna combine them properly, and then you concat them, so you have the entire pile. That's what I'm imagining. So just wins, dragons, Manzu. How many? But wait, it's at 136 pieces. How many of each do we have, Mageta?
4.
Four of each. Yeah.
Four of each. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let Maninho do the whatever he's thinking on. Later we can improve it. I need to find how we're gonna do the shuffle, which is kind of sad because in Zig we already did the shuffle.
Uh, red, green, and white, right?
Ooh. Okay, they are using list comprehension to do it.
Define. Should I make a list from 1 to 9?
Sure. So sad that we have to make functions that return unit instead of just having constants, but okay.
Alright. And then
Oh,
here.
okay, but you can ask the compiler to inline these functions that are constants. I see.
Mm,
What are you searching for, Marie? I think it may be easier for you to search in the entire repo instead of just particular files. Maybe. Oh,
maybe.
this is how you can generate a list from 1 to 9. I found it already. It's in the list standard library.
Okay.
It's this.
Um, list comprehension.
No, that's also an option, but there is a function. I just sent it in the chat. And it is inclusive. So just for you to know, all the numbers in that range are inclusive.
Well, if they are inclusive, then this is wrong because they only go up to 9, not
Yeah,
10.
yeah, of course, but I just copy pasted. The way that they're doing the shuffling though is using list comprehensions. I'm also gonna send that in the chat. There.
Mm,
So they're essentially making a tuple of a random number uh, with the actual thing, and then they sort based on the random number.
mm, okay, so basically it will be something like this, right? List comprehension, and then mm,
What are you trying to achieve here?
well, I want to say that um, for each suit from the numbered suits, and for each number in lists, and we don't need this actually, right?
Yeah. You do list sec 1 to 9.
For each suit and for each number, um, but actually this is kind of trash because this is going to return this is going to return one element per combination, and I want 4.
Wait,
Mm,
repeat what is going to happen and what you want?
yeah, I want to be able to just return 4 things for each match here, but that's not gonna work. Let's just return one and then this is kinda trash, but okay.
Wait, but why do you want 4?
Because there's 4 of each.
Isn't just a matter of like duplicating it 4 times?
No, because that's going to make lists of lists where each list has 4 elements.
No, no, no. I mean calling this initial wall function 4 times.
Mm, I mean,
No, we can deal with that later. Let's just see if this works.
how is it? Style, and then we say that actually it's make record, right?
Yeah?
Number. Um, and then after that, do we have concat here? Actually, we have list merge, right?
Yeah, we have list merge. But there should be a way to do list comprehensions to quadruple the size of this. I just don't know how to do it yet.
Why would there be?
I've seen this trick done before. But anyway, let's see if this works in the REPL.
Well, technically, I suppose we could do something like, um, oh, this is kind of sucky, but
Yeah, you can do list comprehensions inside like one using the other, I guess that's what you call it.
function play is undefined. Oh yeah, the order matters. That sucks.
Okay, the other does matter.
And then the tiles, they
I would
should go
put that
be.
immediately. No, I would put that above actions actually. Yeah, because you're gonna use that.
Function
It's
play
not the
is
order.
still undefined.
It's not the order. Okay, can you go to actions? There's no play function here. Wait, is there a play function here? What the fuck is that on line 26?
That's for some reason parinfer is re-enabled, which it shouldn't be. Oh, I think I know why. It's because it's setting the mode. I would have to change my config to make this not happen. Actually, let's do that. Why not? Um, yeah, let's just comment this out, I guess. Mm, yeah, that's actually fine. There we go.
Yeah, that's much better. But it's complaining in line 7 of actions.lfa, but that doesn't make any sense. I am
Function
so
play
confused.
1 is undefined.
Man, this was
Which
working before, right? I'm not tripping. I pushed this working in working conditions. Let me double check because I'm fairly sure that LFA REPL, rebar 3 LFA REPL should just work.
hmm,
LFA REPL. What? No, this is not working. What the fuck? This was not committed in. I remember this was working. Oh, wait, there were some changes. Did let me do a pull. No, but the problem is still there. So there is a play function somewhere in actions.lfa, which I think I know the problem. Yeah, we are calling loop inside it's the macro. It's the macro fucking us over. Because you see,
hmm,
line 16, line 16 of this file calls game loop, right?
yes,
But game loop calls the play function.
that it does, yes.
But it's saying function undefined.
But it
Uh,
is right here.
yeah, no, but I think it's the fact that in line 33 it has the game column. So maybe the order matters in the import. So put the game first instead of actions.
I tried that and it doesn't work.
Are you trying that?
Yeah, if we put the game here, same error.
Ah man, I'm tripping. There's no way. I was 100% sure this was working fine. I tested even, and it was working, and now it's not.
I don't remember this working, to be fair.
What, Maget?
I don't remember this working.
I remember this working. I remember that was the last thing I did, actually. Function play one undefined. Do me a favor, Marine. Remove the game loop function at the end there. Let's just be unit. It doesn't matter.
Let's just be unit, I guess.
Yeah, let's see what happens in the. No, man, what the fuck? There's no play function in this file, right?
Right.
There's no thing like that. Can you go back to
Mm,
the?
I suppose technically there's this, but this is not what it's complaining
Yeah,
about,
but this
right?
is wrong. It's saying it's game play question mark.
That shouldn't matter because that's not what it's complaining about.
Wait, it
Well, it
changed though.
actually added an error.
Okay, so it's the game.
So
No, it is the gameplay function. It is a well. That's also a macro problem. So let's go there. Wait, what? But can play. It doesn't call the play function, right? It doesn't do that. Ah, line 25. Found it. You need to put game column there.
yeah, but that shouldn't
Fucking
be.
macros.
Hmm.
Fucking macros. Can you go back to the previous file and undo the unit, please? Yeah, and then don't forget to put the question mark back. And then try to reload the repo, please. Macros. Macros. Okay, let's try. Do you have access to the function initial wall in the repo? You should.
I should have it, yes.
Let's see what happens. Boom.
That
Magritte?
looks correct.
Magritte, are you alive there?
What?
Can you look at
I
the
was
screen,
reading a
please?
paper. Uh,
Is that on the
tiles. So
left
you
correct?
let me see. So tiles. So 129, ping 129, man 129. Yeah, that is right.
Why are we briefing the names? Let's just call them properly.
Well,
Well,
those are the names. Ping, so, and man.
Oh, but in the guide that you sent, it's they have more letters in there.
What do you mean more letters, man?
Oh, okay, so that's the abbreviation because it's Souzu and
mm,
Pinzu and Manzu.
No, wait. Those are the names of the groups. The here, well, let me find it. Is that
Marinho, I know how to use the list comprehensions to do the trick, but you're gonna have to put like these list comprehensions that we have on line 19. You just do that inside another list comprehension, going from 1 to 4. That's it.
going from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
you could have just used actually like circle, bamboo, and numbers. I think most and characters. I think everyone understands them like that.
Yeah, I think they're more.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay.
Did you get it, Marinho, what I said?
Yes, I did.
And then you can merge after the list comprehension.
Merge after the list comprehension.
Yeah, so do another list comprehension right here. Open a new line, list
You
comprehension.
mean you mean like this, right? Lists merge. This takes a list, right?
This takes a list, yes. And then in here you do list comprehension.
Mm, and then here we just do LC
Yeah.
from.
So, no, doesn't matter. And then you do list sec 1 to 4. Let's go. Let's try this in the repo. The indentation seems off. Yeah, now it's correct. This should be it. And then we shuffle, which we're gonna do next. But let's see if this works first.
Before that, actually, before that, we actually need to do um, lists merge of
I don't see the necessity of this. Oh, you're gonna do
this.
the other ones?
Yeah,
Wait. Ah, no, that's true. That's true. But I don't know if merge is gonna be enough. Maybe we're gonna have to do something like flatten instead. But you can continue. This is the proper way to do it. Man, we're gonna use a bunch of list comprehensions of this shit. It's kind of fancy.
make record tile. The suit is wind, and the spec is the direction.
And then we're gonna go to the dragons. Perfect.
Yeah, this is way nicer to do without parameter actually.
I have. I'm not sure. You can just use arrow up, my friend.
Yeah, there's too much stuff, but it seems correct at least.
Wait, the solution to there's too much stuff is I'm not gonna show you? Are you for real?
You know, it's kind of weird though.
Oh yeah, actually, the least compre yeah, this is fucked. This doesn't make sense, right?
No, no, no. The order, like the number of things is correct. It's just the order is kind of weird.
Well, now we should shuffle. So I sent in the chat the way to shuffle, but in Erlang, of course. I think we should make this a separate function. Like
Why are you?
this should be piped after the we can compose this after the list merge.
That's kind of cringe, actually.
I had much worse, both in Rust and Zig to do random stuff. That's way more lines than this.
It's not about the number of lines. It's about what it's actually doing.
Well, I mean, it's not the best, but it's fine. Let me actually see if the random module. No, they don't. We're gonna have to do it this way. Let's just make a shuffle function.
Before that, though, actually, that's not gonna work. Hmm.
What do you want to test?
Can I just say def wall initial wall in the REPL? That would be nice. Probably not, but yeah, probably not.
Oh wait. That's not the reason that it didn't work. It's because you need to put tiles column.
Need to put tiles column. No, but it says single wall is unbound.
Ah, well, try it anyway. I don't trust the error messages so completely. Nope. Nope.
Whatever.
Oh, you need to do a set. This is how you do what you want. I found it here. Try this.
Okay. All right. Actually, yeah. So, do we have lists length?
That's a good call.
We
Undefined
don't.
function. That's len. Try len.
Mm, also
How do you
not.
get the length of a list? Mother flippers, man.
Maybe count? Nope. Um.
Oh,
All
it's not inside
any
the
up.
list module. It's not inside the list module. That's why it didn't work. Just call length. Just call length.
Okay.
That's it.
136. Okay, that's correct.
Now let's make the shuffle function.
Now let's make this shuffle function. Um, I don't think this should go in this namespace though.
What do you mean? Oh, do you mean the shuffle function?
What the heck? Let's just do it.
I think it's fine. You're gonna receive a wall. Oh, tiles. Actually, tiles is a better name. And then you do the list comprehension again, but using that stuff. I would copy this and put in your editor so you can keep looking at it.
Uh, it's a list comprehension where we do a sort and then
Now we are literally
actually,
making a list of pairs, and then we are sorting based on a randomly generated one. That's it. And then you
yeah,
pick the second out of that at the end.
that's kind of silly because we do have lists map, right?
Well, but you can. They are just doing everything in a single list comprehension. It's not that there are other ways to do it.
Mm,
Let's actually do the other way. Let's not use list comprehensions this time. And then let's compose stuff. Do we have compose? I don't remember.
no,
Compose.
but we have CLJ thread.
Yeah. So let's use well, pick the tiles, then you're gonna map a lambda, which is grab a tile and creates a tuple in which the first member is the random under column uniform.
Um, right, we need to do.
It's a function, yeah, function call tile, and then after that the map we do the sorting, but we need to check if list sort allows us to give a predicate. Oh,
Why
okay,
would
there are two
it?
sorts. Oh yeah, there is a sort true, which allows us to make a lambda.
Why would you want that? The normal ordering is alright.
Oh, so tuples are already sorted by the first member.
Technically, they are sorted by length first, but every tuple here has length 2. So then it sorts by the first field and then the second.
And then you need to do a map to remove the random stuff later.
Hmm.
You can put the hashtag in here, I think. Oh, no, wait. When did you use the hashtag for? I remember one of them was for patterns and the other one was for values. Wait, you put a symbol there. I don't think we need a symbol in there.
Hmm. Symbol tile is unbound and list sort is unbound. Wait, list sort is unbound.
Don't you need parentheses in there?
Well, I shouldn't need to if it's actually closure compatible, but
I agree, but... Okay, that was it. Bad lambda form, simple tile is unbound. Yeah, there's no symbol in there. There's no single quote.
hmm. Yeah, no, that's not how you do it. Well, in that case, that means you have to do. Uh,
When do you use the hashtag?
when do you use the hashtag? I think it's tuple ref, right?
No, man, but we are doing this wrong. Um,
It's not tuple ref. Mm,
oh, hashtag is just for empty tuples.
no, it's for any tuple, but the contents are quoted. I
Ah, okay, so
hope
that's the difference.
that's.
What do you want to find?
I think it's in here. Tuple. Nope. Is it tuple env? I think it's tuple env, maybe. It isn't.
I think it's tref.
Oh, that's right, because for some reason they decided to abbreviate the name tuple.
Rand.
Random uniform is okay.
Let's call it. You need to reset your wall, by the way. Arrow up, Marinho. Arrow up.
That doesn't work, Lemos.
Why it doesn't work on yours? Have you tried meta p? That shouldn't work as well. But anyway.
Nope.
Okay, that sucks.
Um, it could be because I restarted the REPL, maybe.
No, but that's still trash. You should remember it.
Oh,
That's
it's
not how you do it.
tiles. It's tiles initial wall. And then if I say tiles shuffle the wall, no function clause matching in
List
list
sort.
sort. Oh, right, because actually this needs to be list map.
Ah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh, that's gonna be annoying as fuck, having to set this every time by hand. I hope you're done. Same error as before.
I keep forgetting to do this.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, right, because this thing is
One
one based.
based.
Because why would it not be?
Man, that sucks. How do you reload the LFA repo?
Hmm,
LFA repo. Let me search here before you kill that. How do I reload my shiz? Oh, you just do. Okay, go back to the repo. Function call, and then L, and then the name of the module. So in this case, tiles.
oh, I think it needs to be quoted then.
Now try again. Nope.
Hmm, is there a way to force it to reload though?
Do you remember to
Hmm,
save the file in Cocoon? The one that we
I
changed from
did.
1 to 2?
I did. It's if I make an edit, it actually shows this thing here until I save it. Um, compile and load. So actually, I think I need to do this. Mm,
No such file or memory. Oh, you can actually do an ls.
ls.
Uh, the C command that you want to do, I know how to do it. It's inside quotes. Oh, that also works apparently, I guess.
There we
Yes!
go.
Way better. Way better.
Yeah, that works.
It shuffles. Wait,
Although,
character. Character.
yeah,
Is that correct? Oh yeah, we renamed it to character. Okay. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's go to the state of the game in the initial game inside the game.lfa and let's plug the wall in there. That's weird indentation for closure, but okay.
let's plug the wall. Okay.
Yeah, line 15. So inside there you're gonna put the wall and then initial wall function call. Well, tiles, column.
Do we want to shuffle initially, like
Oh, I
automatically?
think so, yes. Oh, but here's a problem. we
Hmm.
need to we need to redistribute the tiles like it's 136 pieces, but they draw in the beginning as well, right?
Yes.
So that means that we need to draw, man. Like each one needs to draw 14 times. Okay, let's make this outside of this map. This is a function already, so let's do this before the line 15. Let's do let's make the hands for the 4 players instead of just calling initial player 4 times. You know what I mean?
You mean like
Hand, yes, hand, and then inside here we're gonna do let's probably, or at least comprehensions, I guess.
why would we do that?
Uh, because well, actually, it doesn't need to be with that. But I kind of want to use the column take from Haskell. Let's see if that's a thing. Or split, but they don't probably don't have the split that I want. Yeah, they don't. And they don't have the take that I want. They only have take while, which is not what I want. What's your plan to do it?
Uh,
We should make a take function inside the tiles.lfa.
Inf tail prefix reverse sort split.
Oh wait, we can use split and then do a sequence of threading macros. That works. Did you get it?
Splits, but what does it return actually?
A tuple.
It returns a tuple. Well, in
Yeah,
that
let's
case,
do it this way. Uh, let's make a gigantic threading macro that receives the initial wall in the beginning, and then
can,
as we go forward, we keep accumulating the hands of everyone and the reminiscent of the deck, and then we just plug them in later. What do you think?
hmm, I mean, oh, Magetta dropped apparently.
No, no, I think Benet. I don't know. Maybe Benet has powers to move Magetta.
Oh, so he was kidnapped. Okay,
Yeah,
because that's much better.
yeah. What do you think about my idea?
Can we do the structuring inside of the let?
That's gonna be a lot of destructions, man. That's why I wanted to use the threading macro. Because we're gonna be using split many times. Because here's my idea. You split with 14. What you're gonna get? The hand of the player and the reminiscent of the wall. You pick the reminiscent, thread macro for the next player, do the same, and you keep doing that 4 times until you have the 4 hands and the reminiscent of the wall.
That doesn't quite work because you're going to make a sequence of nested tuples which you have to deal with.
That's not true. You just read this structure in the middle of the process, man. It's fine.
Okay, how do you propose to destructure in the middle of the process?
Um, how do I propose to destruction in the middle of the process? Inside the lambda. Well, instead of doing a simple split, we can just do a lambda instead. That calls the split inside of it. If you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, but then how are you going to use that with a threading macro?
Well, the threading macro between lambda to lambda, we're gonna keep dispatching a tuple that increases in size, right? Because you're gonna be accumulating the hands, and we're gonna be keeping the reminiscent of the wall. So that's it.
Uh, So actually, what you want to do is something like this, right? Split hand is going to take two things actually. A tuple with hands and the wall,
Yeah.
and it's going to do let uh, we are going to expect a
Hand
tuple with a single hand
and the
and the remaining
remaining,
wall
and that's the
after we
least
call
column split.
split
14 on the
number
wall.
comes first, right?
Yeah. And then you return the remaining wall and the updated hands, essentially.
And we need to do this 4 times, right?
Yes. And at the end we want to separate them because the players only have.
Uh,
Ooh, that's actually something very interesting.
what?
What if instead of a tuple of hands we have a list of hands and then we map the initial player function to the hands? What about that?
But we can turn a list into a tuple, Lemos.
But we can turn a list into a tuple. But I'm proposing the opposite. I'm proposing turning a tuple into a list in line 16.
Hmm. But this is already a list.
No. Okay, so my bad. That's true. That's true. That's true. My bad.
And then we need to call split hand. Um, Actually, this needs to take a
An
number
integer
as
as well,
well.
right? Yeah. Wait,
And
wait,
then we
wait,
do.
but I don't like line 23. Are we gonna have to do only 3 times?
What do you mean?
Why are we doing line 24?
Why are we doing line 24? Because this is a list, and we need a tuple.
Yeah, so we are doing what I don't want, which is we are making a special case for the first hand. I don't like that.
Well, if we don't do that, then we need to do
Can't we
this
just
anyways.
call split hand 4 times? And the initial list of
Yes,
hands is
but
empty?
split hand is expects a tuple. That's the problem.
Oh, actually line 24 is fine now.
Uh,
Yeah, these times function should not be here, but okay. Okay,
Oops.
then you can remove the hand 1, and then we can do a map here, lists column map, and then we pass the initial hand in with that initial player, sorry, and that's done. That's it. And then we transform that into a tuple back. But let's do the first thing first. I can search on how to transform the list into a tuple. List to tuple conversion. Yeah, it's built in. List to tuple. Just just
Uh,
just do a closure threading macro.
it's list to tuple, right?
Oh, we can also do that if you prefer. Yeah, that's it. Damn. Let's see if this works. How do
We
you
need to
reload
recom.
everything?
That's a good question, Lemos.
It would be nice to know how do you reload every single thing. Okay,
Mm,
but a lot of stuff is fucked. So line 18. Are you sure that's how you do the pattern matching? I think
possibly
it should
not.
be. You can check in the collections.lfa.
Oh, I think I know what's happening actually. It's trying to interpret this as if it's doing arity overloading, I think, which means I need to do this is kind of annoying. I need to do this. And then this goes
Yeah,
here
thank you very
and this
much to
goes
break the line.
here.
Okay, so let's try.
And that means
Why do you need so that's many parentheses though? Are you sure about these many parentheses?
I am, because this is to say I'm doing arity overloading, so sequence there's multiple instances of arguments plus a body. And then the arguments is a list because there can be 0 or more arguments. And then the first argument is a tuple.
Okay. Bad let
Uh,
form.
18. Are you kidding me? You can't do this?
Well, let's check the user guide.
It's match, right? No, it's case, actually. This goes here. This goes here. And this goes here.
You can put in the let though. You can put in the let.
You can't.
You can.
Okay, how?
I'm gonna send a link in the chat. There. You can
Mm,
scroll down. See that example there?
but that's what I was doing.
Well, let's try again. You can Control Z. You are missing parentheses for sure. In the example, inside the let we have three more parentheses. You see in the example there, we have three. You only have two in here.
Oh, I see the problem. Yeah. This is not right.
Let's try reloading the repo. Yeah, and this is probably also gonna fail miserably. Oh, by the way, line 28 is wrong. This should be wall. Yeah, the indentation is kind of weird for this map as well. Reloading time. Okay, split hand is unbound. Symbol split hand. Symbol in line 23. Okay, but split hand now works. So 23 is this function. Is that how you do that? No way.
I think it might be. I remember seeing something like that. Where are the...
Can you go back? I think
Man,
we can fix the other errors before that.
it would be nice if there was a section listing all the special forms.
Oh, that is inside the user guide. Are we using the same documentation? Now I wonder. I don't think we are.
This one, right?
No, that's not. No, that's also not this one. But maybe
Mm.
the ones that I'm using are. There is this link
Oh,
here.
it's function, it's not fun. Okay. And this is split hand 1. And now we're missing a token, apparently.
Wait, split hand requires one because of the arity? Oh, okay. Oh, you forgot the column in the closure macro?
Right.
And the
This...
times function is also wrong because we have to pass 3 parameters. Oh, but this is because of the closure macro being wrong. Let's try again. Bad let form. Interesting.
Oh, I see. It's missing a close parent here.
Man, I have no idea how you have life with no parentheses with colors.
Well, normally I use parinfer. It's just that I turned it off for this session to see how that goes. So, you know.
Do you need to put function in line
I
30
do.
there as well? That kind of sucks, to be honest. Why? Why? I thought this was a Lisp.
It is, but it's a Lisp built on Erlang. And the
Open
name, the
localhost
arity
8080.
and localhost
You were saying it's a Lisp
8080
built in on top of what?
of the bean.
What does that have
It's
to do
not...
with anything?
Well, in the bean, the name, the arity of the function is actually part of its name.
Ah, that's true, that's true. Go back, go to...
Actually, I think I
Uh,
have something running on 8080. That's a problem.
change the port then. Yeah, I don't know if
Uh,
it's 8080 actually. Go to server.ls, the server app LFA.
hmm, server app, right? It's
It's
4040
4040.
actually.
Success.
Actually,
That
this
doesn't
is
make
not
sense.
right.
That just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you know what it is? We generated the initial state before we redefined the initial game a bunch of
Yeah,
times.
but how do you reload everything at once in the repo? How to reload everything at
Actually, we need
once?
to restart the system. That's what we have to do.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess that's what we need to do. How do you restart the system from the repo? Can we do that or do we have to kill it?
We should be able to do it. I just don't know how.
Restart system Erlang repo. Okay,
Oh, we
how
have a
to
helper for
reboot?
that, actually. Undefined function,
Yeah,
but...
because this function return you need to pass something to it,
Oh, it needs to pass the state.
which can be anything. Just pass an atom or a number. No,
This
it's
is
no.
undefined, apparently.
Oh, you're trying to call the function inside that.
Because it's not exported, okay. In that case, Is there a way to grep like for the running processes in Erlang from the repo?
Yeah, there is,
There
but
should be.
can we try the what I suggested before? I want to see if that works. Can you try server app colon stop and then the number and then close parentheses?
No, because that just calls server sup, which is undefined.
Ah, okay. See running processes. Let's see. How to check running processes Erlang repo. How to show all processes in Erlang. Okay, it's this.
Um,
This. Wait, let's read the error message. Scroll up. No, you already scrolled too much. There. Application server, bad return, server app, bad error, already started. You didn't kill it then.
I just stopped it temporarily, apparently.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's not stop. How do you kill an application?
Yeah, there's no kill function,
Yeah, but
apparently.
there is a. Let's not kill don't kill the repo. Let's try to investigate this. How do you stop for real? Okay, so there are a couple of functions. Unload is one of them.
Unload. I
Yeah,
don't
there
think
is.
that's what we want.
Okay, there's takeover. There's a stop. There's
Mm, is there a restart? Because that also works.
restart. Okay, restart process Erlang repo. Aha.
Mm,
How do I restart the process? Yeah, a bunch of people talking about how to start and ensure all started, but no one telling me how to stop or restart something. Well, that kind of sucks. There must be a way. Can you try calling stop again just to see what happens? No.
well, it's not started, apparently.
There's no way, but we tried this before, and we tried doing a start on it. Can you call start and pass two numbers as arguments?
Start.
Yeah, like server app start, and then just put two numbers as arguments in there. Or whatever. Actually, it can be whatever. it's lying to us. We said stop the
No, it's
server.
because there are multiple applications running, Lemus.
How do you kill them all?
That's the question, isn't it? How do you genocide your applications on Erlang?
Okay, I found something that is useful. Okay, let's do the following. Go to the chat and let's run the command that I just pasted there to see the available processes that are running currently. Okay, that
Hmm.
didn't work.
Which module is that from?
I don't even remember that. I just grabbed the first thing that came into my... Yeah, remove the RP. Let's just call registers to see what happens. What happens? Oh, damn. I wonder why we have so many things. Why do we have all of these things?
Because we're running Cowboy and it needs a bunch of stuff.
Can we kill Cowboy? Can you try to stop Cowboy? Maybe there is a chain
Um,
reaction that happens when you do that. Yeah, just call the stop with a single quote Cowboy. I saw that in a Stack Overflow somewhere.
uh,
Why can't you just stop Cowboy?
well, I guess that's an option. The problem is that just stop Cowboy. Well,
Maybe there
well,
is a
let's
chain
do that.
reaction. Let's try.
Okay, application. Stop Cowboy.
Okay, try to see the register things again. Nope. Actually got worse. There's more things in here now. You can't have autocomplete here, right? If you do column and then tab, it doesn't autocomplete for you.
It does, maybe. Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
interesting. Unload. Ensure all
Mm,
started.
Hmm.
What the fuck is this? Hey, it already started. Yeah, man. How do you restart everything in your repo? How to restart application in repo? Because I'm kinda getting pissed. Kinda. Oh, wait. There is an init module. It's init column restart. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that's progress. And there is also init reboot. I don't know the difference between that and restart.
Well, restart literally killed the REPL. The wall is no longer defined.
Maybe reboot is the one that we were looking for? It literally
Apparently not.
said goodbye.
Apparently not. Okay. Mm,
Yeah, set the wall and let's go. Actually, you don't need to set the wall. Just call 4040 on the browser. There we go, boys. There we freaking go. Yeah, we discarded the bamboo type apparently. And then it comes a question. Do we need to draw? Do we need to keep 14 pieces on your hands every turn?
I'm pretty sure you do.
So we need to add that to the macro, to the loop macro. Before calling play and calling next player, we need to make the current player draw. Well, but I guess
That
that can't be in the
depends.
loop. Yeah.
That depends actually. Like because you may choose to not draw because you can take the piece that the previous player discarded. You know.
No, but that's still drawing, right? We need to do an if here, checking if the current size of the hand of the current player is 14. If it is, we just call gameplay for line 43. If it isn't, we draw. What do you mean? What do you say?
But then the player won't be able to take the discarded piece from the previous one.
No, it will be, because that would be have already been done doing the action, right? Because here's how it works. The way that we model this is you first do the action specific stuff, and then you call the game loop to proceed. The stuff that happens on the macro loop are the things that will be happening every time, such as swapping to the next player. I think checking for the 14 pieces and not allowing the game to go to the next player is something that the loop should do. What do you say?
I don't think so because if I discard a piece, now it's your turn, and you can choose to either take the piece I discarded or draw a piece, or I don't know all the moves you can do, but I'm pretty sure you can do at least those two. And they take the new piece from a different place, you see?
No, but then what I asked before, the answer was not yes, it was no. You don't have to have 14 pieces until the end of your
No, no,
turn.
no, no. The point is, you draw first and then you discard.
Oh, you draw first. I see. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. That's gonna be fucking annoying. And the drawing target can change, right?
Well,
Marinho?
yes,
Okay. Can Here's a question. Here's a question for you. You should commit this, by the way. We already did what we settled in the beginning, which is to make pieces not being numbers, not be numbers. Wait a moment though. Why do we have an open hand? Can you go back to the player's definition? Why do we have an open hand? That was something that Magetta introduced, I think. No, it's game.lfa. Yeah, the player has an open hand, which I think is the hand that is partially exposed, maybe.
yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Okay. So here's the question for you. Did you push all the changes?
I did.
Here's the question. Should we make an action for drawing, or should we embed drawing in all the other actions?
We should definitely make an action. The real question is, should we make it 2 actions instead of 1?
What do you mean? To me, we just
Because
make one and we deserialize the tuple, checking the
no,
target.
no, because there's drawing from the wall, and there's taking the previous player's discard.
No, but that's still drawing, right?
Is it? That's not how drawing is usually defined in these kinds of games.
Okay, let's do drawing first. And then later, we introduce the other action as a separate action we pick from the player's hand, and then we see if we can combine them later. That's fine. So just copy paste this line, and let's just make a draw. So the index is not necessary, right? Because you always pick from the top of the wall, I assume. Well, the end of the wall. Let's go to actions.lfa and implement that function. Copy. Yeah, we can make a new one if you want. Okay. So you need to. Everyone starts by can play, by the way. So that's why we made this a macro.
Yeah, this is kind of a bad way to do it. We should make a define action or something.
Oh, let's do that. That actually sounds more fun. Let's do that. So there are a couple of ways of making macros in LFA. We've been using def macro instead of def syntax. But they
Mm,
have def macro and def syntax, and that's it.
how do you make this variadic? Because macros can be variadic, right?
Can they? What is the difference between def syntax and def macro for our purposes in here?
Mm, I
I
think
haven't.
def macro is actually built on top of def syntax, but I'm not sure.
Both of them are Common Lisp inspired, according to the guide. Okay, let's try to find variadic macros here. Macros. Okay. Oh, I found it. Variadic, you do it apparently. I'm gonna send the link in the chat.
Hmm. Oh, okay. It's how you do it in. It's how you do it in Scheme, basically.
Yeah, apparently def syntax has some scheme correlations in the documentation. I did def syntax grep and it went to SCM column namespace.
Okay, this is basically how syntax rules is used, except well, this is not hygienic, obviously.
Okay, but the def macro, the one that I found before, that's the one that we want, right?
I mean, we could do def syntax as well. I guess in
But,
this case that's actually easier.
okay, but you need to teach me some stuff. So what's the difference between def syntax and def macro?
How you define the body of the macro is different.
What are the
In the
differences?
case, okay, in the case of def macro, the body is an arbitrary Lisp expression, okay? So you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want there. With def syntax, you're actually restricted to just doing simple pattern substitution.
Ah, I see.
So in this case, we need the action name, we need the error message, and we need the body. And we need the body. And we are going to transform that into game can play question mark. Actually, the action needs arguments as well, right?
Yes, the action needs arguments as well. And you need to look up. Well, we can also make a convention of state and player always being the first two arguments.
Well, this card already violates that.
Well, but we're gonna change it, of course.
Hmm.
What is the dot doing in there?
That's the tail of the list. It's like the pipe in Erlang.
The pipe in Erlang. Oh, okay, okay, okay. But this is actually pretty cool. It's gonna look much better. I'm happy.
Hmm.
Can you break the line, please?
One moment, I'm just trying to figure out. Hmm. Oh, this is actually kind of annoying. This is actually kind of annoying. I wonder, can you do this dot syntax using def macro? That would actually be best. Because then we could be able to do something like this. And then we could just do, well,
I don't think that's going to work. Let's try. Let's see if the repo loads. I am gonna bet on no.
hmm.
Why did you need the at after the comma there?
Oh, actually, this is not quite right because we're missing the actual, the fun, right? We do the fun action name, state, player, and we need to splice the args.
why do we need the at again? Oh, because of splicing?
Yeah,
So you are opening them up. Is that what you're doing?
yep, this is a list, and I'm just saying, okay, the contents of this list should appear in the surrounding list, essentially.
Yeah. Okay, so let's. I might have my doubts about this code. Let's see what the repo says.
One moment. So we're splicing the. Okay, we're replacing the action name. We're replacing state and player. This should really be commas, actually. Then can play state player error message, and then a prog n with the body. Yeah, I think
I have my doubts. Error
error.
expanding. Line 29. Okay, okay, comment the F fun down there. Okay. Damn. The macro did work. That's impressive. Let's try it, right? Def action. Uh, you need to put the error message somewhere. I'm kind of lost on where you should put it.
The error message is after the arguments list, so cannot draw,
Yeah.
and then we say
Just return unit in this case. No, actually, just call the game loop.
just call game loop.
PID state. That's it. Let's see what happens. Init. Well, we can also do the loading of the file. That's fine.
Init.
Restart. Oh, error expanding def action. Bad arg.
That's a very helpful error message. I like it.
Damn. Are you sure that macro can support the dot syntax? I would be pretty
Mm,
impressed, to be honest. Let's see if there's another example of def syntax in the like a more proper thing in the examples. Define macros for global variable access. This is a hack and very naughty. This is actually written in here. I see. I see, I see, I see. Isn't there any examples on like useful def syntaxes? Okay, I'm gonna send a link in the chat. This may be useful. There.
mm. Okay, this actually kind of sucks. There's no.
I'm sending def syntaxes to you, by the way, to see if any of them give you an inspiration.
Yeah, no, this is normal scheme stuff. It uses dot dot dot.
No, but this is an LFA file.
Yes, but dot 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 is from scheme.
Oh yeah, but this doesn't help your stuff. And there's
I
another
mean,
final link here that may be useful. Hard to tell. So many macros. Oh, check the final link that I sent just to see if it's actually not useful.
uh, oh, you can do it like this, I guess. Let's try that actually. It's probably better than what I was doing. So
Great. So def macro can support the pattern replacement strategy of def syntax.
no, this is just normal arity overloading. Well, not arity overloading. It's
No,
Well,
it
I
is
guess in this
arity.
case it is.
Yeah, arity overloading actually. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. Error expanding. Illegal pattern. Illegal.
Right, because actually, okay, this is going to kind of suck, but
That's hilarious, man.
yeah, unfortunate.
Okay. Illegal pattern again. Are you sure about the dot there?
I was hoping yes, but actually no. Because then I would have to do something kind of like this, right?
Man, are you sure you need all of those cones? Go back to the link that I sent. Look at line 27. Look, there are many dots on the left side of the line 27 there. And they're not doing the cones shit.
Hmm.
And same thing for line 11, for that matter. Can't you just use brackets and that does the cones automatically?
I don't think that's how that works, but we can try that. Function draw is unused.
Okay, go. That's weird. That's actually pretty weird. Oh, you
No,
need to
actually,
export it. Line 4. Oh, but def action is a macro, boy. We're probably gonna have to export it as well.
why? We're not using it elsewhere.
We are. Oh, no, you're right. We are actually creating a function via the macro, and the function is being used in the other place. And now it's saying error expanding unbound symbol at args. Man, I'm really bothered by the cons. Can we try the brackets?
Well,
No, if it doesn't work, we just replace it. You just undo the stuff. And do the other. Try this first. See if the error keeps the same. No, I didn't want you to commit it before testing the first time, but okay. That would be pretty progress, no? Look at line 11, man.
yeah, but that's a def syntax.
Oh, maybe that's exclusive to that syntax? Why can we try def syntax instead then? If they are kind of doing the same shit?
Well, I guess we will need to do def. Well,
No, you don't need to do the SCM, I think. I think def syntax is already built in.
well, in that case, we don't need this, and I don't think we need any of those commas. But then we want to do splicing, so this should be dot dot dot, and this should also be.
Damn. Pretty, huh?
Illegal dot on line 8, apparently. Where is that?
Are you sure you can do the dot 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 in def syntax?
Well, if it's like scheme, you should be able to.
Oh, you can. I actually found in this file, line 96.
Oh no, it's define syntax actually. That's how you do it scheme-like.
It's ugly as fuck, that thing there.
Still illegal dot.
Yeah,
Why
but then
is
you need to
that?
put syntax rules, no? On line 97.
That is actually true. That is actually true.
But again, it kind of bothers me. Very well.
I wonder if we actually need this.
Well, I'm also looking at line 88. Maybe line 88 is the solution to all of our problems.
Mm, 88. Still illegal dot. That's very weird, but okay. Hmm.
Well, we can go back to your def macro if this doesn't work because well, it's gonna be unreadable, like ugly as fuck. But that's macros for you, I guess. I'm still wondering why the def syntax normally doesn't work. Why we need to decons and all that bullshit. Like line 10, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Line 10 in the older code though. Like why isn't this enough for us? It seems to be exactly what we were doing before, using dot instead of dot dot dot, and using the brackets for lists instead of doing cons by hand.
Okay, that's
Unused
different.
form.
So for this one, um, let's see, what is it doing? I'm guessing we don't really need any of those, and then this should be dot, I think.
Unknown form. And function draw is undefined in this in the actions. We are so close, I can feel it. I can feel it very close. So which form do you think it's getting it as unknown?
Actually, I think I have the user guide here. Mm,
Don't we need brackets around the def fun? Because he's putting brackets in the let in the example.
mm, no difference. Um,
Let me research more def syntaxes. Def syntax.
mm,
Can you go back to the def syntax for a moment? They were in the code. Yeah, I
This
just
one?
want to make sure. No, no, I think this is what we this is correct actually. By the way, can you go back to the previous link that we were looking before?
The previous link, you mean this one?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, is line 10 and line 6 doing the same shit?
Line 10 and line 6. Hmm, that's what it looks like, yes.
Okay. Like, it really looks like it, but dev syntax has better syntax.
Does it now? Hmm,
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, that is very weird. Why this is getting unknown form? Like very, very weird. Can you try to putting back the yeah, that? Oh,
yeah, that was
damn,
the problem, actually.
damn. Okay, can we try doing something?
We can try, I guess. Let's see.
Yeah, we're only calling draw. Okay, let's do the following. Go back. Let's
Actually,
rewrite
before we,
this. Let's rewrite
yeah,
this card. Let's rewrite this card and run the server and see if it still behaves as expected.
okay,
So the
so
state
we
and the
have
oh,
to
the
do.
state and player needs to change the order of the arguments, otherwise gonna go to shit. Nice. And that goes
Okay, so
away, and then you can
we take
re-indent the
this.
shit out of this. I'm still not happy with it.
Hmm,
Damn, it's gonna look pretty as fuck. Look at this. Look at it. Okay, go over to the game.lfa and change the order of the arguments in there as well, otherwise we're gonna get fucked. No, but not in here. On in the next thing. Yeah,
in
index
the
and player
next.
swapped. Nice. Now let's restart the server.
Actually, you
Init.
can keep this, right? The way it was.
Yeah, yes, but no, doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's try to init restart the server and call 4040.
I lost the tab here.
Okay. That doesn't make sense. I am a little concerned because that actually doesn't make any sense. Let's go to the discard. Oh, I know why. You need to go to handler.lfa. The orders swapped there in there as well. Oh no, but you changed it back.
I did, yes.
You changed it back. Yeah, line 39. So the index comes first and the player comes after it. Did you save all the files?
Did I save all the files? Actions, game, handler. Actually, there's an easy way to check. I did, yes.
Okay, state player index PID. Go to game.lfa, please. State player index. State player index. Go to the bottom.
Okay, there's something weird with the syntax highlighting now.
Yeah, it's definitely fucked. Go to the bottom. State player index PID. I'm confused. What is going on wrong in here? Kill the server and start again. Maybe it's a reboot necessity. I don't know. 4040. Yes, that was it. Wait, let's go all the way up. We need to see the. Yes, it discarded. It discarded something and it has 13, right? 3 and 6, 9, 12, 13. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, now we can make the draw. Now we can. Now we are talking. Now we are talking, bud. Okay, this is awesome, man. This is pretty awesome.
Hmm. Hmm.
So what do we need to do here? Let's start with a let, I guess. We copy the line 16 let. We're gonna do something pretty similar to that.
Hmm. Hmm.
What?
uh, we have the wall together with the current player here and the players as well, right?
Yeah, we have in the state the wall. No, just copy line 16, man. We're gonna do current hand. We're gonna do a lot of similar stuff. Like that let of line 16.
No, we just need to do something like
No, we're gonna have to do current hand anyway because we're gonna have to put stuff inside the hand of the player.
cons next tile wall is the call get in state wall, right?
I don't remember the name. Did you call it wall? I think so, right?
Well, yes.
Yeah, so that's it. This is so awesome. I'm liking the def action. Very nice. You're gonna have to pick the current hand anyway.
Mm, right, because this updating is really a associating. It's not really the updating that takes a function. That's annoying.
Well, we can make a different. Well, how can I say? We can make a different variant of updating.
Huh?
Okay,
Who
I
is
will be
it?
back for in 1 minute.
Hmm.
I'm back. Yeah, we need to get the hand.
Next state is grab the state. We do call update in
Current hand.
current hand, and then
Is
we
the hand a list? Yes, right? So it needs to do a list append, I guess, or cons if you doesn't care about the order.
update in wall.
Wall.
Actually, I think we need to do. I think this needs to be quoted actually,
Wait, why the
uh,
parentheses?
because this is a list.
That's true. Is that it?
This should be, yeah.
Damn, boys, we are in business.
And it's here, right?
Yes, yes. In this case, yes.
Okay, let's do a draw instead.
Not sure. That's it. It
Something
failed.
broke.
Did you try multiple times? Because if you did multiple times, oh, the get in is fucked. I see. Okay, so I'm gonna guess it's the get in that you did the wall.
Hmm. Oh, right. This actually needs to be a quoted list, not just a symbol. Hmm.
Only do it once, by the way. Yeah, nice. Let's go to the first player. And it doesn't have an open hand. It doesn't have a discard. How many pieces? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, okay. Now let's do a length on the wall and see if it's 135.
Well, I suppose. Oh, but
Oh, but we don't have access
this
to
is
the state here. That's
this is Erlang
annoying.
syntax. Uh,
It's actually pretty annoying, to be honest. Can we do? I have a proposal. Go to game.lfa, or you can go in here if you want. After we do line 39, what about doing a set immediately uh, after the? Oh, not a. Uh, oh boy. Okay, so in line 41 you do a prog-n instead of the IO format, and then after the printing you do a set on a global variable that you're gonna access via the REPL of the state. What do you say?
on a global variable. That doesn't make sense, Lemos.
What do you mean?
There are no global variables, Lemos.
Ah, it's because this is Erlang. It's not Common Lisp. In the Common Lisp, we did this many times to get around this problem. Fuck. Okay. So, well, how are we gonna test this shit? How are we gonna guess this shit? Like, how can you have a binding in the REPL that is being manipulated by the code via a process?
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Well, I guess for the sake of uh, brevity, just print the length of this new state in line 41.
Okay. Uh,
Wall, column, tilde p, new line, and then inside the list of things you access the map essentially. I don't remember how to access the map of things. Do you?
well, this is a state, right?
I think it's a get map on state. Get map. Oh, you're gonna use call? Sure.
Well, I guess we can just use a get map as well. That's an option.
Get map states, new state, and then use the wall thingy. Let's try. That's not how you do that. Go to collections.lfa.
I think that's backwards. It's map get.
Maybe. Okay. Let's go. What? What? I'm so confused right now.
I
I'm
mean, if you
so
do
confused.
14 times 4 plus 79, that is correct actually.
What do you mean?
There's 136 tiles in total, right?
Yeah, why you're getting 79 in there?
Because that's the wall length.
What?
After you look, we start with 136, right?
Ah, okay, because it's the remaining wall.
Yes, then each player draws 14, and then
Our player has another one, by the way. It has 15.
yes. So if you add 79, which is the length, plus the 14 times 4 that was initially drawn, that's
Plus 1.
135. So there's a plus 1 from the draw action as well.
Perfect then. This is exactly what we want, right?
It is.
We can commit and we can finish for today if you want.
Yeah, I think we should. Let's commit.
But this was pretty productive. We made a def action. I'm pretty pumped by the def syntax. I like it.
One day we're gonna get rid of all of those tabs. Actually, let's do this as well. Why not?
Not sure.
And this still compiles, right? It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maget is gonna love the def action, I think. Like we are
Uh,
leveraging, although we all have concerns about macros, we are trying to leverage it to the best of our ability. Because like the errors are terrible. They are just fucked. But I kind of feel we're doing things properly. I don't know if you agree.
I think we are. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, fun and productive. So I'm gonna finish the recording now.
All right.